Hi, welcome to OKX by OKC podcast. And here we talk about DeFi, GameFi, Metaverse, crypto, and everything else related to them. This is your host, James. Hello everyone, welcome to OKX by OKC podcast. And in today's podcast, we have a very good guest from Dexsport. His name is Slava and he's the advisor for Dexsport. Hi Slava, how's it going?
Yeah, hi James. It's going good. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much. So before we get started, let's have a brief introduction about Dexsport and about yourself and your position at the company.
Yes, of course, not a problem. Let's start from myself. I'm advisor of Dexport and also advisor of the several blockchain projects and products. I'm in crypto from 2015. So quite a few years, and have huge experience in that. And I'm responsible for the business development and the financial part. I'm helping the Dexport team to organically grow the product and the project. It's the few words about me. And regarding the Dexport, it is the first operational Web3 betting platform on the market, now operational on 3 chains, BNB chain, OKC, OKX Chain, and Polygon. So the concept of Dexport is pretty simple. It's the first platform which provides liquidity for millions of users, and users play against each other's liquidity. So there is no intermediaries and no problems in like in classic bookmaking platforms. That's it.
Okay, cool. So why Web3 betting? I mean, what's the reasoning behind it? Why didn't you go with, traditional GameFis or DeFi or something like that?
Okay, I think we should divide the GameFi play to earn direction and Web3 betting, because from my point of view, Web3 betting is the new sphere which can be like one of the trends in the upcoming years. Because if we will look even on the classic bookmakers, they started to accept crypto very actively through some processings, crypto processings, and so on, because they see the huge potential in this market. More and more people become to get involved to the crypto, and as a payment solution, crypto is the most comfortable one to use. For example, in the geographical locations where it is hard to work, where there is no banks, some kind of sanctions, like Iran or African countries, where people doesn't have passports or ability to open the bank account and card. Crypto became very comfortable instrument, and there is a lot of people. So the answer is why Web3 betting, because there is like a huge crossroad of two very fast growing industries. First one is DeFi, which is growing now. It is kind of bear market, but we was ready for that, and I think all people was ready for that. Growth is the thing which is not going to go on constantly, and there is a cycles, and everybody know that. And the second sphere is betting, which is growing, is the development of internet and the move from Web1 to Web2, which is growing like crazy, like more than 15% a year, and the whole betting market volume is more than like 400 billion, and the DeFi is trying to catch it. And these two synergy of these two spheres seems pretty promising.
Regarding the access to banking, services, especially in the third world countries, is a huge problem. And as you mentioned, crypto solves this problem, and it's a good instrument for giving the people access to financial instruments. And of course, with the growth of DeFi, it is kind of giving the freedom for people to choose the financial services and try to gain as much financial advantage as possible. But at the same time, the thing is, like, I don't really know the current situation in betting sphere or in the betting space. Like, I am not the one who has been involved in the betting, whether it's in sports or any type of other I would say industries. So tell us about the current betting sphere overall in Web2 world, and then maybe you can also talk about the betting sphere, the betting space in Web3 world, and tell us how Dexsport is adding value to Web3 betting system.
Sure. I will be short about the betting, the current situation in the betting sphere, but try to give it like at a glance. So the current situation in betting sphere is following. There is like more than 1.5 million brands, different brands. Quite of them is very popular. Quite of them are local. I mean, working only in one geographical location. Few of them is like dying, and the situation is pretty the same as it is with the crypto projects, where it is like 10 projects and 3 of them is becoming alive and 7 of them is dying. But there is undisputable leaders of the market, the companies like 1xBet, OneWin, and others. So the situation is following, and they are growing like crazy. They buying out all the market. I mean, influencer market, and so on and so on and so on. And what I see, what is the problem? Every player can be blocked, or in case of the huge winnings, go to the additional verification procedures and like make his withdrawal very long. And we see the issue there, and see also the monopolism in the current betting market. That's why Dexsport decided to make this project live in order to return the power in the hands of people, first of all. And you asked also about the Web3 betting, current Web3 betting market. It is like now only on the rise. I mean, it is burning right now, because when Dexsport was created like 1 year ago, there was only crypto betting brands like Stake and something like that. I'm pretty sure all are aware about these brands. But the difference between, for example, classic bookmakers and Stake, there is no difference at all. The only difference is that Stake accepts crypto, and usual bookmakers accept them, credit cards and so on. But they also started to accept crypto, and that's it. And regarding the vision of the Dexsport and how Dexsport going to interrupt this market, so from team's point of view, the main topic right now in modern society is the trust. And in case of the Stake or every single bookmaker brand, this is the huge problem, the lack of trust. And if you will come to Dexsport and try to play, you will see that even on the front end of the site, you can see all the statistics and information about the pool size and so on and so on, about all the pools which is on the Dexsport. So the bankroll used for playing is transparent for the people who are playing, because the parts of this bankroll is their money, and their liquidity is used for playing and bet against each other. And it is on the front end side, which you can see on your own eyes. But also you can double check this information, just copy pasting the smart contract of the platform, smart contract address of the platform to the BSC scan or OKX Explorer or Polygon scan. We have 3 smart contracts, and see all the history of the interactions with the smart contract, deposits, withdrawals, bets, and so on and so on. So it's also quite trustworthy. So even the technicians can see all the actions which is going on the platform. So this is the concept. This is the like main idea, to be closer to people, and that's it.
Yeah, transparency is one of the keys to actually, grow, because without transparency, without giving the people the data that is going on in your platform, it is really hard to actually get more people using your project, whether it's in betting or GameFi or DeFi, whatever. In the end, like, transparency is the strong foundation for a strong project. And yeah, as you mentioned, Dexsport is being, is creating something that's not yet trending in crypto space. And you guys have already integrated on OKC, which we are very happy about. So tell us about this integration. How did it go, and what do you guys want to achieve by this integration?
Sure. Yeah, by the way, you are quite right. Dexport is now not a very actual solution, but nevertheless, the bankroll of the Dexport recently hit the milestone of $1 million, and it's quite successful for the team. And about the OKC, from the first day when we started our interaction with OKC, to be honest, I don't remember who made an introduction, but it is a blessed person. I personally saw your willingness to help the project, to make introductions, to help on the every little tiny aspect of the deploying and so on. The second point is OKC is EVM compatible chain, which is very important, because it is not so much efforts to deploy on the other chain if you are already running on the EVM compatible chain. Of course, there is differences, but there are not so significant. And the third point, as I told you, like, Dexport is not very actual solution. That's why the project is small for now, and we saw kind of brotherhood between OKC and Dexport in this retrospective, because OKC, in comparison for other blockchains, is not so big also, but very active as Dexsport is, and we saw the potential synergy and wanted to grow together. That's it. And of course, one of the last but not the least points is that OKC is ruled and curated by the OKX, which is one of the top cryptocurrency exchanges, and the closest competitor to Binance. And yeah, so we see the future of the OKC is very promising, and believe in that, and see how the guys' attitude to the work, and that's good. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, what we are trying to do as a blockchain, as a public blockchain, is to give a chance for other projects to grow together with us. And as you mentioned, even though we are not as huge as, let's say, Binance Smart Chain, we're still actively trying to, help other projects to be integrated with us, and we try to give them as much support as possible. And through that way, as you said, there is a synergy, and we grow together, and there will be a huge future in front of us. And we are, again, very, very happy to have you guys on board. On the side note, let's talk a little bit about the sports, let's say, and crypto. I mean, sports is one of the, I would say, biggest spaces where it gets millions, if not billions, of people together, whether it's football or esports or any other types of sports. There is a huge, huge audience behind sports, and of course, I think it would be very wise to actually have, I would say, quote unquote, collaboration between sports and crypto. I think the main goal for crypto is to give people financial freedom. And in order to onboard as many people as possible onto the crypto, we need to touch on the industry in our real life where we have billions of people are following. So, what do you think? How would this quote unquote collaboration between sports and crypto play out? How do you see the future in that?
Sure, you are completely right that we need to like kind of fasten on onboarding process, and trying to meet as many people with crypto as we can. And you made it straight to the point, because if you will see like on the Euro Championship League participants, I mean with uh, like I don't know how much exactly, but at least 5 or 6 popular teams is already sponsored by the crypto brands. For example, Man City and others and others. So they are really sponsored by crypto brands, and it is made only with one purpose: to make awareness for the crypto brand, and to make people be curious about what is this brand which is sponsoring, for example, Man City, or someone. By the way, who is sponsoring Man City? Not you or you,
Yeah,
OKX.
OKX Exchange is sponsoring Manchester City, which is we're
Yeah,
very proud of. I mean, it's a huge milestone for us.
me too. Me too. Very very good job, guys. I will not ask how much it cost because
Yeah, unfortunately,
it's
I
not
don't know
it's
that
not
either. I
great.
mean, we don't know that, but it's a huge, huge sponsorship, and it has a
Nice,
huge future.
very nice. And if we will come to, for example, to the esports, one of the popular disciplines, Dota 2, there is also like crypto sponsors. For example, if I'm not mistaken, the Team Secret is sponsored by Uniswap. Yeah, and OG is sponsored by other, and so on and so on. So the crypto brands understand that they need awareness in the eyes of the common audience, which is not involved in crypto right now. And the best possible scenario is to find the point of the force. I mean, where people gathering together, and you made it quite right, because there is billions of people which is watching and following sports actively, and starting from this point, and making image of the brand in front of them from day to day is quite a right strategy. But if we will for example, move on the Dexsport. Dexsport is also sponsoring one of the Dota 2 teams, which is playing in Dota division DPC Division 1. It was playing in Division 2 when Dexsport started to sponsor it. The team called Brame, and then they made quite a significant performance and moved to DPC Division 1. They even beat Secret and Enigma Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken. Secret for sure, Enigma Galaxy, yes. I'm pretty sure that it was them. So yeah, Sport is sponsoring Brame, but there is a difference between, for example, OKX, which is sponsoring Manchester City, and Dexsport, and I'll explain why. OKX is the centralized exchange. It is the first entry point to the market. Yeah, it is completely the first entry point to the market for a newbie, which was not interacted with the crypto. If we will talk about Dexport or every Web3 solution, it is like the next level for the people, because it seems very easy for us, James, to like, you need only like to buy crypto and send it to MetaMask and then connect your wallet, deposit, and so on, sign the signature. But when I like speaking with people which is not involved in crypto, I see their eyes, and I understood, and I understand right in that moment that it's easy for me, because I'm like for a long time in this topic, and it's easy for my friends, but it's not easy for the newcomers. It's very hard, and you like explain it step by step, several times, but nevertheless it's hard for them. And like Web3 projects should be like the second point, and gain awareness a little bit less active than the first echelon solutions, because the era of Web3 is just rising, and it is in the process of born right now, and it will be actual after 2 or 3 years, or 5, and just working, building, and that's it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, onboarding people who are following sports and who have not yet, created or learned about crypto, it's going to be really hard. And for that, we need a real good education, and it should be constant, where we remind them about the scams and how to keep safe. And at the same time, we need to actually give them the instructions on the easy instructions on how to actually create your crypto wallet. And at the same time, I also see that the sports and crypto is getting their partnership just ready. They're getting just started, because as you can see, like, there are now more than dozens of fan tokens, right? I mean, look at AC Milan fan token or PSG fan token and so on and so forth. They already have fan tokens, and what they're doing is they're giving their fans the access to crypto. And I think this is a huge step for the crypto space or for Web3 space, because we are getting those people on board, and that is the first step to actually onboard other people who have not yet explored the space. And I actually see a huge future of sports and crypto, and I think sports and crypto will be like bread and butter. It will be really, really huge in the future. Probably in the next 5 years, it will be something that we'll all be talking about, and it will not be new for people. Yeah, and well, as we're talking about the future now, how do you see the future of the overall crypto space, and maybe the future of sports even? What do you think? What type of a value does Dexsport add in the future of the crypto space?
Okay. First of all, you made a good point that like sport will be blowing in the Web3 space and in crypto. I completely agree with that. Moreover, I think that all the industries with the billion turnovers from the real life, I mean, which was Web2, like sports or maybe show business and art or something like that, is have a great potential in crypto because like it is the crossroads of two growing industries, and they can, with starting accepting the crypto, they can only scale, and they cannot like lose from that. And moreover, the both sides will win from the accepting crypto. First of all, the crypto guys will win because there will be more mass adoption. The businesses which I was talking about will win because they will attract more capitals and more people. That's it. It is my point of view. What I think personally about the future of crypto and the sports in crypto, I'm pretty enthusiastic about it and optimistic because as every self-respected crypto enthusiast, I believe that we are on the only beginning of the way, and I love the comparison of the crypto space and the crypto industry with the boom of the internet in the beginning of in the end of 90s, beginning of 2000s. And what I personally expect from the crypto market is the completely the same picture which was with the crisis of dot-coms, when there was a huge inflow and load of the dot-coms, which was like dead after a few years, and only strongest become alive, and the internet remains in our life, and like we interact with this every day. And for the crypto, I expect something like that, because there is too lot of projects and they copying each other, different concepts, but projects realize not very good, a lot of scams. So the whole space need to face the shake up, and after that we will be developing even faster. The next important thing which I want to underline today is that today we are using like these fancy words like Web3, crypto, and so on and so on. But we are not telling like, for example, when we are going to join the call, we are not telling, oh, I am going to turn on the internet and join this call. We like internet became the part of us, part of our lives, and we doesn't give a notice that we are using it 24/7. So I think in a few years the same situation will be with crypto. Not with the crypto as a payment method, because other payment methods will be existing also, but with crypto as the DeFi, Web3, or etc., etc. So these directions will come to our life and get along with us, and we will be used to use it, and will not underline the concept at all. So it will become the common thing. As for the future of sports, yeah, it's quite significant. A lot of sporting club. By the way, I'm glad that you touched this topic about the fan tokens. As I see it for now, the fan tokens is very unique concept because it is not involving NFT, which I personally don't like NFTs, but nevertheless, this is tokens which has a huge utility, also has a price. They allow sport clubs to monetize their fans additionally, and they allow fans to monetize their passion to their football club. But for now, crypto is mostly the speculative topic, and a lot of people just buying these tokens in order to earn money and so on. But I'm pretty sure with the inflows of money and the volume which the clubs usually wasted to the interaction with the funds, if they can correctly make a financial strategy and development strategy, so these tokens will be very valuable in a few years. Me personally was like buying on the socials some tokens. If I'm not mistaken, it was Inter when it was initial offering, and quite a few more. And I personally seen how like um, how people are willing to buy these tokens. Of course, there was that was a bull run, and now the situation is a little bit changed. But nevertheless, these tokens will find their audience 100%. So this is quite a few minds about the market and the answer to your question. I think I covered all. Yes, James.
Yeah, I think so too. And you touched on a few things that I also want to give my comments on. You are absolutely right. There are just too many projects in the crypto space, and unfortunately, they are copying each other without any innovation. They're not creating something new. Instead, they're just copying each other and they're saying, "Hey, we are unique. Use us or get on board with us." Okay, but what's the difference between you and them, right? Like there should be those projects that are copying each other. Of course, you can copy whatever you want, but in the end, they need to be creating value to the customers so they can create value and then they can actually onboard as many people as possible. But unfortunately, that's not the case at the moment. But good thing is that we have bear markets, which, as you mentioned, shakes up the whole space, and only the ones with the strong foundation will stay here for long term. And I think the bear market is what we actually need constantly, because once the bear market is there, only the strongest ones, the ones with the right value, right strategy, right foundation will stay, and they will create a bull market. And then in the bull market again, you will see all the copycats, and then they will create a bear market, and it's going to be just like a cycle. And I think right now only the ones with the strongest foundation are building, and they are preparing for the bull market that we are going to eventually get. And also, you touched on the future of crypto space, the whole crypto. And as you mentioned, we are right now using those fancy words like Web3, crypto, or that and this, whatever. And as you mentioned, like the future will be like what type of a relationship we are having at the moment with internet. Like as you mentioned, we're not going to say, "Hey, I'm going to turn on the internet and then get on my computer and turn on this app and then do that and this." No, instead you're just going to say, "Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." And you don't have to actually use those fancy crypto words, but instead you'll be saying, for instance, "Hey, tomorrow Real Madrid is playing, let's Dexsport." So, and then people will automatically understand, oh, okay, he wants to bet on either Real Madrid or AC Milan or whatever. So that is the time where crypto will be a part of our life, and it will actually, become integrated with our daily life. And I can't wait to see that, actually, because it will create a lot of potential, and it will create a very great value for both the projects that are offering those services and the people that are using those services. And I hope that in the future, as I mentioned, Dexsport will actually play a huge role in, especially in betting space, where people will be referring to Dexsport as a platform that they usually go to bet against others and have fun and entertain and and join and be involved in this space.
Hope so. Hope so. And I would like to add here as well that uh, betting and gambling was like, from the historical perspective, was one of the favorite actions for people, activities for people. Yeah, since the ancient times, even in the ancient Rome or ancient Greece, there was people who was betting against each other when it was like gladiator fights or Olympic games and so on. And like, the addiction to the gambling and the betting is in the blood of the people, and it is like, it is the nature. People love to compete with each other, and to provide the right tool for them to do that is kind of very tricky and challenging, but very interesting. And I'm personally would like to see the Dexport as the one of the most important tools for the crypto mass adoption, because people love to bet, and if the betting will be their entry point um, to the crypto market, or will be the reason why they started to explore the crypto and um, to benefit themselves with the new knowledge and the new opportunities, it would be very nice and pleasure, and it would be meaning that the export is achieved its goal. That's it.
Yeah,
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 and sorry for interrupting.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you are absolutely right. And as you mentioned, like it's in the blood of people, gambling and betting and all that. And whether as a note to our audience, whether you are going to use Dexsport for betting purposes or for gambling or any other type of betting platforms, please, please, please gamble responsibly, bet responsibly, and try to take the steps to actually eliminate the financial risks that betting or gambling will bring upon you. So it's very very important, because in the end, what
Agree.
Dexport is trying to create is a platform, is a service that people can hop on and have fun and entertain themselves. Not a platform where people get on there and get depressed and gamble all their life savings away and mess up their whole life. No, we don't want that at all. So
Yes, it's true. True. That's why the concept of the Dexport is provably fair, and there is no intermediaries. And try to entertain yourselves. Be relaxed. Not try to like lose all of your money and win big. Remember that on the other side is the people which is the same like you. They are trying their luck. For example, me personally, betting on Dexport. For example, yesterday there was some UEFA Euro Championship Leagues matches, and I was betting on Napoli against Liverpool. I was betting that Khvicha Kvaratskhelia will score with the odd 4.5, and he almost scored. There was a moment with the empty net, but the Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool interrupted this um, strike. And I personally betting like $10 maximum, or $50 to one event, or maybe express event, and that's it. I understand in front of myself that I ready to lose this money. I only betting it in order for me to watch the match more interesting, because it is working, by the way. When you like just watching the match, it's not so interesting when you made a bet and waiting for the particular event and the match to happen.
yeah,
That's,
you're right. You're absolutely right, and it's
yeah.
very cool. It's really cool. Slava, we I wanted to talk more about other stuff as well, especially when you said that you didn't like NFTs. But I think because we have limited time, we're gonna have to leave it to another time. And I hope
Oh,
that Dexsport will be, as I mentioned before, one of the biggest platforms for sports betting. And I hope that you guys will be, a huge platform. And Dex Sports integration with OKC will bring you lots of profits. And thanks so much for taking the time to come on our podcast. And yeah, I wish you good luck.
yeah, thank you, James. We also, from our side, sure that we made the right choice and the team made the right choice when decided to catch up with the OKC and integrate your significant chain. I wish you good luck, take care of you, and huge success with your uh, hard work of the business development in this bear market. Uh, just continue working and we all come to success because the beer market is a time to build. And as you mentioned before, and it's quite right, the masks of the bear market is taking off the masks from the projects, and you see like the weak ones go bankrupt, and the strong ones remain in the market and continue building. So thank you for your time today. Hope a lot of people will hear this podcast, and always ready to like come and talk with you even about NFTs. Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks so much. To learn more about Dexsport, check out the show notes of this episode. Thanks for listening. Stay safe. Peace.